Welcome, everyone, to the Freestyle cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings all.
So basically, the Freestyle cast, we're laid back. We're not reading from articles. We're just chilling out, relaxing. Sometimes we're telling what we're doing throughout the day. Today, I had reviewed The Boys episodes 1 through 5. I still have 3 more to go, so I'm probably going to review that tomorrow, unless we do it tonight. I don't know. And then I bought a video game. I don't know if you know, Scott. I bought the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I saw that. That much I did see.
Now, here's the thing. Because the time has passed where Telltale Games has been, these games are old, it's harder for me to get the games I want to play now, you know? So, the only thing I saw that I got the New Frontiers because, again, you could play it without playing 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
And the final, so I was like, it's a standalone, just like the Michonne. So I bought that, but I am planning on buying all the Walking Dead Telltale games and the Michonne one and playing. Now, I'm not trophy hunting lately, so I'm not even really playing that much because what my focus is a new book. I'm writing a new book, of course, always writing something, and doing podcasts and reviewing stuff. So the gaming kind of took a backseat now because we're moving up a percentage with the book and moving down a percentage with the gaming. Sometimes you'll see me do videos, trophy hunting, or you'll see me upload games. And then sometimes you'll see me review comic book stuff, right, Scott?
Yeah.
And then you do your walkabouts, right?
Yeah, I do my walkabouts. In fact, I did number 37 today on my way to so
right.
And I had to clean up a mess in one of the restrooms because somebody decided to couldn't understand that toilets have a limited capacity for toilet paper, but that's another story.
As far as comic book goes, the main thing with me right now is Absolute Carnage. This is just a previous book, but I have them over there. Absolute Carnage is my main thing I'm collecting, and House of X, Powers of X, of course, Mortal Hulks, Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. All these. I'm a big Marvel Comics fan. In case you didn't go, I know we got. You know what it is? I figured we do this, Scott, because we have like 30 new subscribers. So people are new to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I've been watching Doctor Who since I was about 5. I'm a huge Whovian. I'm a Trekkie. I'm a Godzilla fan. I'm a Friday the 13th fan. I'm a horror fan. I'm a sci-fi fan. I'm an action-adventure fan. I watch a lot of TV. I'm a nerd. Like, we were all that, okay?
Yes.
I started talking on forums as Matrixlord212. I never intended to do any videos. My friends asked me, kept pushing me to make videos, and I did. And when I first started, it was all about Doctor Who videos. We reviewed stuff, whatever, and then later on the podcast came where I was enlisted by Old Doc and he to do his Whovians podcast, the Whovians podcast, and I was the first host, and then we had more hosts, and then everybody, everything that ended, and then I went and created the Real Whovians, and everybody created their own things, and everybody was split all over the place. That's fine, and I figured we'll do our own, and everybody does their own. So that was that. So then that became on the channel. Instead of me doing single videos, I stopped the single videos. I did podcasts, but then after a while, people were like really wanting me to do videos on my own. So I implemented different shows, like Morning with Matrixlord is me walking around, like Scott's walkabout. Moving with Matrixlord is not in the morning, it's in the afternoon or whatever. Sometimes if I was the rare instances, I'd be late, it'll be late, with Matrix, whatever. But I had all these different shows labeled around that stuff, okay? I did single videos. I did Matrix vlog, Matrix of my own vlogging. So there's a lot of stuff on my channel. And because of it, there's all these new people.
And a lot of characters.
Well, there are incarnations of Matrixlord212 from other universes that paths have changed differently. Like we have Sky Havoc, who is on a playlist.
People seem to assume lately that there's a problem with you because of this.
No, I mean, listen. You like Saturday Night Live? Okay. think of that when you're watching this channel sometimes. So we have characters or alternate incarnations. We have Joey Jupiter. We have Sky Havoc. We have Joe Gotts. We have Jorga the Explorer. We have Dignifacto. We have Mandakor. So there are also more emerging through the cracks in the universe that you'll probably see. Incarnations. And occasionally I will allow these incarnations to host my shows or have videos on my channel. Now, they all have their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, so you can check out them at any time.
But for some reason, they like to frequent here instead of doing videos on their own channel. And it would be nice.
Joe's show.
It would be nice to put, you know what, that's fine. So for now on, they put, so we're going to have all these different, sometimes you'll see Sky Havoc. Sometimes you'll see all of them together or 5 of them together. And it's weird, but it's cool. And sometimes you'll just see me because this is my channel. So don't get alarmed. Don't get upset. All part.
It's fine. Nothing to see here.
It's all part of the plan, basically. Yeah. So if you see Sky Havoc, listen. He's extreme.
He looks weird.
Listen, he's scary. He had a trailer. I know he's one of the only ones that had his own trailer when he debuted. I understand that. It was extreme. He started, I think, in December, the end of the year. It was like 2017 or whatever. Maybe it was 2006. I don't know what year it was. And the Joey Jupiter and Joe Gotts. It's fun. It's entertainment. Don't get too caught up in it. Just have fun. Everything is fine. You know what? When I was a kid, I'm gonna tell you a story. I would have never been with Sharon had I not had a performing arts class because I was into that, like being like actor and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I performed in front of my class in ICE 24, and everybody noticed me after that. She remembered me. Just like the doctor says about the Daleks, make them remember you. If I didn't do that performance in front of the class, she probably wouldn't have known I existed. And the performance was me trying to imitate an Australian accent off of this guy that did Energizer commercials, the Australian that time. And I can't even do it because my voice is messed up. But right now.
Yeah, let me try it for you.
Right. So I've
got a hole in my chest.
Right. So I did this in the 7th grade. And I used to go to school, Sharon. And after that, we started talking. We became friends. I went to her graduation party. We were good friends for many years. And after 25 years, we got together, which if you want to know about that, you can read about that. That's in a magazine also. The article, they did an article about our relationship, getting together after 25 years. That's in a magazine article. How it's just that's like almost like it's its own thing too. So if you want to know, I also write books. So it will not be a shock if you see stuff on this channel. Be like, what do you mean he wrote books? Yes, I do book signings. I write books. And if I'm not podcasting and doing videos and not reading my comics and not playing my video games, I'm writing books. So all these people are new. I'm trying to explain it to you basically. Growing up, I watched Doctor Who. I watched Godzilla. I watched Star Trek. I'm actually pretty impressed that back then I was actually in magazines at an early age. I never even realized it at the time, but I was because we didn't have computers. We had the magazine.
No, we didn't.
It was actually writing a letter.
We actually had to wait an entire month for another comic book. Right,
and I had to write letters on a piece of paper, put a stamp on it, and mail it out. So I was in I think it was the last issue, or next to the last issue. Might have been the next to last issue of Back to the Future Fan Club magazine. So I had a column, actually, and I was explaining time travel theories. God knows, I think it was in the 90s. I must have been less than, I mean, in 92, I was 18. So this must have been like, I must have been 16 or 15. And I had a little a column in the letters page. So, or whatever, it was actually the front of the book, I think it was. So it was like explanations. So they gave me that, and it was an honor. It was the first time I ever had anything printed in a magazine. When I was in 5th grade, I sent a letter to President Reagan about saving the whales. And I got like a nice letter back with the presidential stamp and everything. And it was very exciting to my class that I got that and everything. It was really nice. So like for a long time wanted to be a writer and write books. And since I was, and it's literally since I was like, I think in 1st grade maybe, or whatever it was, I wanted to write books and stuff like that. And I wanted to be a writer at some point in time. And over the years, when I first worked at my first job ever, I made sure it was in a toy store because I wanted to make sure, I wanted to be a collector now, collect action figures. And so with my own money, I bought my video games, and I bought, like Super Star Wars, and I bought, I started buying my own boom box, which used to have like these big radios with the big speed. Remember those? Used to carry around. Remember the big ones?
Good night, yes.
Everybody bought one. It was the biggest thing. Then we bought our CD players, and we bought. So in my youth, I was going to conventions. I think I showed pictures of going to a horror convention. I was with Tom Savini. I was in with Burt Ward. I went to Star Trek conventions. I went to concerts. I went to a Kiss concert. I was into Kiss back then. I went to baseball games. I went to a football game. I went to WrestleMania 10. So, like, I was busy going to Monday Night Raw all the time. And, well, not all the time, but, like, as many times as I can in the city, basically. I used to go to Philadelphia to see ECW a lot. So I had good childhood, good teenagehood, good adulthood, young adulthood, whatever. And that was nice, And as time went on, I wanted to do a book eventually, and I wound up doing many. But this YouTube channel, I actually did the books before I did the YouTube channel, but I anticipated the YouTube channel, like when I started doing it, where I put it in my book, Matrixlord212 was in my 4th book.
Sweet.
So that way also I have the rights. So there you go. I was all smart about that too. Like no messing around. So yeah, I've done books, and I've, it was always out working in retail. At one point in time, I started getting into the medical field, which was really new and different, but I loved it. And I learned some things, and I got some certificates and some plaques and stuff on that. Nowadays, I'm not telling you where I work because I had too many problems with being too open, where people would find out and harass me and everything else. And
that's why whenever I do my walkabouts, I always, when it comes to the point in time of where I work, it's like
I do videos where I'll never say anything about I'm working or whatever now, because I learned after so many years of being trolled that that's the last thing you want is anybody to know that much about you. Because just like you don't want to know where you live and everything. So you have to understand, don't think I'm a bum and I'm just making videos, because obviously I could pay for my bills somehow. So whatever. So I'm not going to reveal that with you guys, but just know that, just like you, paying the bills and work, work. So, but you'll hear me talk basically about, you'll never hear me talk about work on here, but you'll hear me talk about.
Yeah, I try not to talk about it. The only time I'm doing my walkabouts, I may state something that's anecdotal that's happened.
Yeah,
but,
you'll never hear, I'm never going to get personal, because I don't even mention family. I'm not doing that because we had too many problems. And like you want to be with your audience close, but not that close. You gotta know boundaries. So,
Yeah.
I'm doing books. I'm trying to work out a contract with the publisher, and I'm not allowed to show my new article that they did on me because I can't reveal stuff of the book until it's published. So you're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna be showing on your articles that the public they did on me when I can. And there's also videos on my channel that you can't see that it's basically almost like a documentary of me making new books, but I can't reveal it because I gotta get the book out first or close to it, and then I kind of unlock it, and you can be like, oh, that's cool, you did that like a year or two ago. So it's something to look forward to, really. And I'm okay. I'm fine. I know sometimes people get worried. They see a video and they think, oh my
God. They see odd things happen.
He's losing his mind, I think. No. I was always funny
2 years ago, and
listen, I laugh every time I look in the mirror. I'm always funny. Come on. Gotta laugh once in a while. This isn't like, you don't see me in a suit, and sometimes you won't see me.
The only way you'll see me in a suit is if I'm dead.
Listen, sometimes you'll see me not shaven. Sometimes my hair is all over the place. If I put gel in my hair, you think I lose my hair. That was enough. Remember that time?
Yes.
We had a controversy on my channel because my subscribers flipped out when I put gel in my hair. Like, I never heard the end of it. And then some people thought I'm like bald or like I need a wig or I'm wearing a wig. This is not a wig. This is real. So, yeah. Remember all the weird stuff we heard, right? With the channel? It was just weird stuff.
Good Lord. I just want to forget it at times.
I never heard the end of it.
I have enough weird stuff happen in real life.
Yeah. I know there has been weird times, right, where I did 26 videos in a day or even more. We did like 100 videos in a weekend. Remember that time?
Yes.
A lot of crazy things going on this channel. We have the most podcasts on Doctor Who in history, videos, but for some odd reason we're not getting the recognition. I wonder. One day that will change.
And I did send. And by the way, your 1600 video, I did send that little. I can't remember if I sent the link or I just mentioned it to the Doctor Who magazine.
Thank you. Page. I've been in Doctor Who magazine once, and it's in the Osgood cover, Ingrid Oliver cover, and it was the Davros reveal that they did a compilation of all of these YouTubers, and I am in Doctor Who magazine, and I'm this big in Doctor Who magazine.
I have that one.
I was very small in the art in the thing. They showed pictures, so I got in there. I'm like, yeah, I'm in here, yay, Doctor Magazine. One day I really want to get in there though, for them recognizing us. Now we've also had magazines that have recognized our efforts with the podcast. I showed Scott, right? We were in the magazine. You were in there. Vaughn was in there, right?
Yep.
We were recognized for, and I was recognized in my YouTube channel and all the thousands of videos and podcasts. So that was nice. It was nice to be I did at my own movie review one time too, Ghostbusters 2016, and I had actually a T-shirt made up, and it was like a whole thing of that. So yeah, I like keeping busy. I like creating. Whether it be books, whether it be podcasts, videos, Scott too. Scott likes to write. Scott.
Oh God, yes. I'm real bad about keeping updated with that, but I have updated Doctor Who and the Cop and the Captain Aftex storyline. So that's all posted on the Blind Dyslexic page.
And I'm not the only.
And as you see, yes.
Yeah.
As you see, that's the Blind Dyslexic Moi.
Yeah.
So for those of you, about a few years ago when I was living in North Carolina, one of the local radio stations was doing a countdown, and the radio announcer allowed the listeners to put their 2 cents in. Well, it came time for me, And I sort of was flubbing my lines a little bit too much. I finally got it down. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just being a blind dyslexic." And it didn't sound like the radio announcer was happy about that, me referring to myself as that. But then fast forward X number of years later with the whole YouTube garbage.
And it's funny because every time I try to list everybody in the episode. Scott. Because too much to put in this out there. I'm like, the blindness. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So if you hear Scott, they're talking.
But the thing is, in the case of Steampunk, his name is Steampunk. Like that, he doesn't go by the artist formerly known as. So like, I have to put Steampunk Star Raisin that's the longest person I have to put in there.
Yep.
You know, Steampunk Star Raisin. But Scott. He's like, I'm blind. Like that's Scott.
Yeah.
And again, we have a lot of members on the Real.
Which is kind of funny because at work, because even I'll say it now, even at Sears when I used to work for them, I'd get calls from a manager, a guy who I've worked with for like maybe several months or a year or so, and they go, "Is Scott there?" I says, and I'm the only one who, of course, I'm answering the phone. Says, "Yeah, you're talking to him," because I won't state my first name, but whenever they do the schedule, it's that my first name is on is there because I go by my middle name.
Right. So like
that's what throws people.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. Lately, I've gotten people call me in the street Matrixlord212. It's interesting. I've never had that before.
Nice.
I do get that lately. But
now, is it any of these other personalities you've been talking about lately, like Sky Havoc?
Listen, people, look, these characters have been around for years, okay? And you just got to think like Saturday Night Live, like when they used to, play different people, put different roles, and just have fun with it. It's like, remember like when Austin Powers had like time travel and he says, don't take too seriously, just have fun with the movie. He's going to time travel, Austin Powers. Just relax. It's for the cameras. You got a nice character, other version of me. It's fun. And I'm sure there's going to be other outlandish, crazy characters in the future for your entertainment. So, and Scott's scared because every single time someone debuts, he has no idea. He has no idea, and he knows when the screen is black and muted.
God help me!
He knows something's coming. Sometimes it's a false alarm. I'm just, either I'm blowing my nose or something. I'm like, I'm eating or something, and he thinks, oh my God, who's this gonna be? Is Sky Havoc gonna appear? Or Mandakwa? That time you're cracking up. I had a cat. It was even Jacob was like, what the hell, right? And then I think Sky Havoc debut with Hayden? I think, right? I think it was Hayden.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, what the? And it's very, you know what? It's genuine. It's funny. They've never seen this character before, and it's like caught on film. And you cannot repeat that. You can't do like a second take. It's like them meeting the character is really entertaining.
And that's the best. It's the best improv around, ladies and gents.
Now let me ask you a question. Of all the characters that you've seen, right? I think there's about 7 of them, right? Or 8. Could be the puppet too. I'm not sure. Jay the Puppet Lord, whatever. But which is your favorite?
It's about 7. It's about 8. Yeah.
Is 8. Yeah. Which is your favorite?
Yeah.
Which is your favorite?
I'm going to have to say.
I never asked them this before, but you want me to name them?
Yeah, name them.
Well, let's leave Jay Puppet Lord out of it. Let's leave characters was because he's a different.
Gots I like. Now Gots is.
I'm not even talking about Gamma-T original. Let's leave him out. Gamma-T original and Puppet Lord are out of this, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be Joe Gots.
He's good. I can't.
Joey Jupiter, you remember?
Yeah. He's good.
Sky Havoc. Mandacor. Recently, Jorga the Explorer actually appeared.
Yeah.
De facto, also. So, who's your favorite?
I'm gonna have to say Facto. I have to say Facto was one of my
De
favorite.
facto?
Yeah. Facto and Gots are tied for the ones I like.
You're afraid of Sky Havoc or no?
No, it's just.
Who was the funniest? Was it Mandacor? I remember that time.
It has to be Man. It has to be Man. I'm sorry, it has to be Mandacor. Yes.
That was a pretty funny one. So,
Yeah,
this
so
other one.
The only person I can.
This one coming. I told Scott about him. He's strange.
Oh shit.
He's odd. Very.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was years ago, I used to be able to do several impersonations. I could do Tom Snyder of today.
Oh.
Yeah. I could do Tim Conway's Old Man. And there was another one I did. Oh, and Jimmy Carter, real good. I mean, I could nail Jimmy Carter down to the everything. I called this radio station, and the guy says, "Yeah, okay, we'll put you on, and we're going to ask you a few questions." I thought, sweet. But I got a little spooked, and I hung up before he came back.
Oh, wow.
And I still wish to this day I stayed on because it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome, but I got spooked because I had to have been. This was Carter's era, so this was 70s. I had to have been around 7. Let's see, I had to have been around between at least 9 or 10. Between 8, I know at least between 8 and 10, or 8 and 11, because it was when I was living in Bettendorf on Oxford Drive. But yeah, it was. I mean, I could. All three of those, you would listen to him. It was like, he's got these guys down pat. But when we had gone to see the very first Crocodile Dundee, we were exiting the movie, and somebody asked, "What'd you go see?" And I said, "Crocodile Dundee." I mean, just like that. And I've been able to maintain that one for the longest time. Don't ask me why, but
yeah. Well, you know, I tell you, like when you're trying to do impressions, like when I used to talk like Yoda and everything, like it affects your voice sometimes, which I never really have problems. My voice is bothering me now. it's a little sore. So we'll see how much podcast we're gonna do. So yeah, I hope this has been informative. Even back when I was in elementary school, I was in like plays too. I used to love being in plays.
I was in drama.
They called it performing arts and intermediate, so I did like that stuff. When I did something with quoting, I was like quoting Shakespeare and stuff too, because I like Shakespeare. And so I would quote stuff and stuff. But I haven't. Now I'm older. Now I don't. But so on this channel,
I forget if I mentioned this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget if I mentioned on this channel or another channel, but I said my knowledge of Doctor Who, because we're both Whovians.
Yeah.
Because my knowledge of Doctor Who is so bad that I literally risk being shot or strangled to shut me up on how much I ramble on. Because
his knowledge isn't bad. It's great, but he rambles on.
Like I said, the only problems I have is the original series, the first few episodes, first season or two of Hartnell. They had them as individualized titles.
Yes.
And that, forget about. I might be able to name one or two, but I know them as primarily as their main title is either Daleks, the Gunfighters, and yada yada. So,
I know people want me to do playlists, and I can't do playlists all the time because again, you have to understand. If I start doing that, I'm not gonna have enough time to do videos. There's 8,000 videos of mine. Imagine me sifting through 8,000 videos. There is videos. I think I reviewed Aztecs twice. Spearhead from Space. There's a lot. There's reviews there.
Yeah.
Eventually, if we start doing, eventually I'm gonna make a playlist, and I'm gonna have it organized by doctor. Like I think right now we have a category for third doctor and fourth doctor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make it easier with new stuff lately. If time allows, I'll try to make a playlist where you can see that I reviewed these things. I did watch everything that is not like a missing episode, obviously. So everything has come in my hands and watched it, and so we'll see what happens. Now, the reason why I'm not
like I've constantly said, seeing them animate these old ones was great. Yeah. But I still always thought it would be kind of great to see them grab today's actors, use today's technology, and film them in the same black and white style. Yeah. I think that, to me, that looks it has more life to it than seeing an animation. Granted, seeing the animation version is great. You can get away with a lot, but still, today's actors, today's technology, but filmed in the same original black and white style to give it that little classiness to it.
And I know lately it's harder for me to do reviews because I'm actually more busy than ever before. I mean, I'm trying to get this book published and doing the next one. So imagine you trying to work, do books, do videos. I'm so damn busy. And I got to go up right there. So it's like, busy. All right. So that's me rambling. Don't get worried with Sky Havoc. He's a part of this channel, as
no.
Joey Jupiter and Joe Gotts, Dignifacto, and Joga the Explorer, and we haven't seen Jay Puppet Lord or Gamma T Original Troll Hunter lately, but I don't know if we're going to see them anymore, but that people will appear from time to time, basically. So, and they have their own YouTube channels, but I guess they're too lazy, so they put them on my channel mostly.
Yeah.
So just they'll pop up. I mean, that time when it was funny. Remember when I was going to cancel the podcast Topic Wonders and all the Incarnations?
And all those, and they all started pushing out the woodwork.
They stepped in to save it and boost the ratings, and then we never canceled it. Remember that? So it was interesting. That was fun, actually. That was fun to see. And it was fun having a podcast with my other selves. That was interesting. Just me and the other Matrixlord.
Yeah, that was a time to remember. I can definitely say that.
It will probably
that's definitely a time capsule moment.
I think it will be a long time before we see that again, but I'm sure we'll see it at some point in time in the future. So if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And I try to answer all your comments. And if I don't the same day, that means I'm working. So I'll try to get back to you guys. I know you guys have requests of me subscribing to some channels. I did today. Please, like and subscribe to me too. I hope you enjoy my videos. And if you want to explore further, you type in Matrixlord212 on Google, or you look at our Doctor Who pages. We have like about 7 or 8 Doctor Who pages.
On Facebook.
We have Real Whovians Cast Interactive. We have TARDIS Travelers, Doctor Who Forever, and Fight for Who. And I am also on Say No to the BBC for Cutting Back Doctor Who. We have Doctor Who Universe, and we have the Whovener, tongue-tied, the Doctor's Whoniverse. And then we have Who Idol, which I invented, which is, we're not going to have that. There's too much stuff to do, man.
I know.
I can't. That's why half the time Scott posts on there. Because once a week or once every couple of weeks I'll post. I just hope that if you're fans of the page, you just go to the channel and watch, and then, but sometimes people don't, and I have to just put them on the Facebook page for you guys to watch. One of these days I'm going to hire somebody to just do it because I don't have enough time. But not right now. But or make somebody be an actual administrator to that. That's a lot to do every day, especially with sometimes we'll do 5 everything shows in a night. Remember? So that's a lot to upload. You have the Everything Show Facebook page as well, and the Horrorcast Facebook page. I had 26 pages. I cut it down. Before that, I had more than that. I've been trying to cut it down as much as possible because it's too much work for me. But all right, we're gonna get out of here. So check out Scott, the Blind Dyslexic, on his YouTube channel, his vlogs. He has a page.
Yes.
And we're the Real Whovians.
Yes, this is the Real Whovians.
We're the Real Whovians, or the Real Whovians Cast, whatever you want to say, that are in the Everything Show. That's the name of our group, is the Real Whovians Cast. You can just say short Real Whovians. And we are in the Everything Show. We are in, all of my members are all in these podcasts. But I don't say Real Whovians in there because it confuse everybody. So there you go. All right, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.